So in this video, we're going to be talking about what the 5 love languages are, how to find your love language, how to speak your partner's love language, and also how to use and apply them in your relationships so that you can lead successful ones, whether it be with your girlfriend, your boyfriend, your partner, insert label here. So to start, what are the 5? And these are listed in no particular order. So one of the love languages is quality time, and it sounds like it is. I think one of the really important things with this is to make sure that you put your phones away and giving your undivided attention to your partner. We live in such a technology entrenched world where it's very easy for us to continually check our phones, continually check social media, continually check the news. So making sure that you're putting those distractions away and just giving some time, allotting some time for your partner can be really great. And this can be done in several different ways. You can do it at home, maybe just talking and eating over dinner, or you can be doing this going out on a hike or walking around a shopping mall or going to see a movie, whatever your thing is, that can count as quality time. Another is words of affirmation. So this is really anything for you to say that affirms your commitment to the relationship or your partner. So some examples of this is being able to express your love for that person, saying that you miss that person, or, talking about how this relationship, how that person has helped you along your journey, how it has made you a better person. Third is physical touch, and this includes more than just sex. It can include hugging, holding hands, massages. If you're spending quality time with that person, if you're just like reading together, just like having a limb on them, or just like having a hand on them, that could be constituted as physical touch. Fourth is acts of service. So think of anything that you would not rather do. Okay, we'll go back. Think of anything that takes time and effort that's really just geared towards pleasing this person. So you can think errands or chores, maybe taking out the trash or, cleaning the bathroom. Super glamorous things. Some other things that can fit into this love language are listening to your partner vent or listening to their words of advice. Another thing that I've seen with acts of service is giving your partner the time and the space or the support to let them do what they have to do to reach their goals, which I know can be kind of difficult sometimes if you're wanting to spend quality time with that person. If quality time is one of your love languages, acts of service of doing something that you would rather not do, but you're doing it for the sake and the good of that person and overall that relationship, can fit into this category, being able to give them some space and time. And lastly, gifts is another love language. Now, this doesn't have to be like some grandiose gesture where it's like this super expensive present, like giving them some shiny jewelry or a nice flashy car. It can be like a really simple and small thing. Maybe it's picking up their favorite snack or, getting them something that they really needed around the house. I always joke around and say that one of my love languages is sharing food. So something that I really appreciate in my relationship, even though gifts is not really one of my top love languages, is my boyfriend picking up smoothies for me every once in a while, especially on his way back home and I'm starting work. Having that as a little boost to start my workday, especially if it's going to be a really busy workday, is nice and it's appreciated. One really funny love language graphic that I saw that just to really hone it all in and tie it all together is the 5 love languages in relation to a burrito. So words of affirmation, this is a good burrito. So saying that maybe it's something that they made and you're just affirming how great of a burrito maker they are. Acts of service, I made you a burrito. I will always take burritos. Okay, well, that sounds weird. I will always accept food given to me. It's very much appreciated, as long as it's vegan though. It's gotta be vegan. Receiving gifts. Here's a burrito. Oh, you shouldn't have. Burrito. Quality time. Let's go get some burritos together. Physical touch. Arms around a person wrapped in a warm hug like a burrito. I love burrito hugs. So this, just to sum it all together, these are the 5 love languages in a few examples. And to show you how to find your love languages and your partners, I'm going to show a screenshot, maybe,
Later.
show a screenshot of my love languages and the percentage breakdown that I got, and then also my boyfriend's love languages and the percentages that he got. My top 3 being quality time, physical touch, and words of affirmation, and I believe his was acts of service, words of affirmation, and I think quality time and physical touch were like tied for 3rd. We'll see later. Oh, and then I also altered physical touch. It looks like a peach. Physical butt touch. Anyways, why this is important to know the breakdown of what is your love language. Because 1, we have a tendency to love others in our preferred love language. This could lead to communication problems later down the line. So, for example, say your partner has been working really hard, saving up some money to buy you this really expensive piece of jewelry. Their love language, their top love language is gifts. So they're thinking that this is a really sweet gesture, it'll be really appreciated, it'll really show how much you love this person. But then in actuality, gifts for you is rated as number 5, and quality time is really your top. So when you receive this gift, you appreciate it, but you would have much rather spent that time that your partner was working hard, earning money to buy you this gift, spent that time together doing something simple like, I don't know, cooking dinner at home. So then you tell your partner to return it, and your partner can take this as you're not being very appreciative, and you, on the other hand, could, feel a little resentful for this person just working so hard when all you really wanted was to spend time with them. So this can be a common misunderstanding and can be a tension point in your relationship. So it's really critical to know what your love language is, communicate that to your partner, and to know what your partner's love language is and be able to speak it to them. Another reason why love languages, knowing the breakdown and the hierarchy of them is really important is because they can change based on the situation. So take, for example, me. My top 2 love languages are physical time, quality time, and physical touch. Now, when I'm not with my boyfriend, those top 2 love languages are out the window. So words of affirmation really rises to the top for me in importance when we are not physically together. Another thing to note with these different love languages is that there can be different subtypes of love languages. So take words of affirmation, for example. My boyfriend is very driven and goal-oriented, so he will say things to me like, growth is coming, or like, when we achieve this goal in the future, or I really appreciate your support, which all those things, like, obviously, don't get me wrong, I appreciate them and they mean a lot to me. But I really like words of affection too, such as saying things like, I love you, I miss you, can't wait to see you. So those are just a few things that I like to hear words of affection, especially when we are spending extended periods of time apart, and it will be especially important for the next 10 months as he deploys. So the message here is, don't be afraid to tell your partner exactly what you need to feel loved and supported. One thing that I really like to stress and advocate is that expressing your needs does not make you needy. It gets you what you need to thrive. And unless your partner is psychic, they can't read your mind. So telling them exactly how to show you love and support can be a great way to ensure a successful relationship. So, if you made it this far, hopefully you learned a little bit about how to apply and use love languages in your relationship to ensure the success of them. And yeah, hopefully this advice, this relationship advice, works out well for you. Hit the like, hit the subscribe, hit the bell notification. I appreciate you if you've made it this far. I hope you are doing well, and I'll see you next time. Take care.